old school. You know me, all about the culture, like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG.
That is me.
The Masterclass Podcast, take 1, episode 1, in 3, 2, 1.
Hey yo, back at it like crack addicts. You know what time it is. OG triple, back in the cut, chilling in the Masterclass Podcast. This is episode 135. I ain't seen y'all in a minute, students. But today I don't hang alone. I roll with the big homie, head nigga in charge.
You already know. HNIC in the building. The Beast Ran God. We're out here. You know, welcome back.
Thank you for having me, yo. Thank you for having me. Look, we're going to be dropping mad episodes coming up. This has been a good year for the Masterclass Podcast.
Yeah.
So I just thank you guys for always tuning in. Big shout out to the homies that stood in. I saw Zinga was here.
Zinga, the Basic Boys. Shout out to the homies for honoring the invite to the Masterclass. Yeah.
Word up, man. Big shout out to everyone who's plugging into the other podcasts on the network. The Youth Quake. Shout out to everyone in the Youth Quake.
Yeah.
Shout out to the HNIC Castle.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dog. Shout out. Actually, I really enjoyed your Dr. Sipho Sithole interview.
Yeah, that was dope.
As well as the DJ Spoo interview was cool.
The DJ Spoo,
We did Nota as well.
Did Vusi Leo.
Vusi as well, first episode.
Yeah,
so shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah.
This network, Slicker was nice. Slicker was long, actually.
Yeah, it was long.
There's a lot y'all spoke about in there. So big shout out to you guys, man. The network is
Hey,
growing.
we didn't... With Slicker, there's a lot of stuff we didn't talk about. Because, like, we literally grew up together. And not just knowing each other from a distance. We're like friends.
Yeah, when I listened to it, you could hear that, oh shit, like these are people that know each other from Fantuka, the things you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of podcast when you have that kind of chemistry or relationship with someone, because I felt like you guys were going to get in there, speak about squatter camp, speak about like Slicker on life, but it was more about like how y'all came up, where you guys come from, how difficult it was to get in the game back in the day as compared to maybe today with social media and all the work that like niggas like Slicker and that whole 11 squatter camp members had to put in just to become recognized as artists.
You know what I mean? So that's the whole approach on the HNIC, because Slicker has done thousands of interviews. You probably know about squatter camp, you probably know about Slicker on life and everything. So I always try to approach it at a different angle.
I like that, bro. I love that. Go check out the HNIC Castle's got some nice numbers too. Boosting up the network for us. I love to see it. But otherwise, how are you doing? You feeling good? You recovered?
I'm good. I'm fully recovered. You know, it's gonna be after back to the city. It's back to soccer.
Oh, snap.
Back to hip hop. Celebrity games.
Word. I actually thought you were wearing the Maskandi team shirt.
No.
Hip hop is green, right?
Yeah, hip hop is green, official colors, but this is for training. This is not for official games.
Damn, look at that, hey? Hip hop is making money in soccer these days. Y'all should start pumping it into these artists. Every artist that's on that team must be getting some money, because you as the coach, I'm sure.
No, everyone, the whole team.
Everyone's getting paid.
The whole team is taken care of, yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Nah, why didn't you tell me before, dog? I would have jumped on
this we don't want you to come for the money. Let money be the bonus.
Yeah.
Like, we want people to come play, people who are passionate about the sport.
I'll water boy. Give me a little something to be the water boy. But shout out, man. It's been a lot happening this weekend. Back to the city, we fresh off it. How do you feel about it, having been part of the organization for the past 12 months?
Yeah, man, I'm happy. It was successful. It was great. It took a lot of work, but we were handling 10K challenge.
Standard.
Shout out to Skastana, the winner. Shout out to Gang Related Beats.
Word.
I'm happy. These are the two winners are the people we've profiled on the masterclass before.
Yes, sir.
So we can see talent before everyone else, or before they blow up.
Facts. Whoever we preview today on Free Period, you must understand that this person is not big
It's going
yet.
places.
And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't know when it will happen or how it will happen, but like we need some recognition in terms of people knowing that the masterclass is the place to go look for who's coming up next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peeps the free period. If we have had Scott
We must do
had
an episode.
Mamani, we had Tony Daimani.
We must do an episode where we're talking about these rappers like Smamane 2022, and then boom, he blows up in 2024. You know, all these artists we predicted, we spoke about, and they blew up. We must just cut an episode for that only.
There was someone who asked me how do they get onto the 10K challenge, and I was like, oh shit, I think you have to submit.
Yeah. You have to submit. He missed the whole promo thing because we announced it. There was flyers all over the internet. He must have missed it. He's following the wrong people. You know, like if he was following people who are into hip hop, the algorithm was gonna throw it to him. Yeah.
Real talk, right? I was speaking to Salty Itjan. Shout out to him as a producer. We've also profiled him on the free period way back. And he was telling me that he landed in Joburg from Cape Town via bus that morning of Back to the City just to come for the 10K challenge, right?
Yeah.
And real talk from you know, someone who's also aspired to rap and do this thing. Would you advise artists who are not from Joburg to enter things like the 10K challenge where they eventually have to spend their own money to come down, whether they win the competition or not? It's like, you know, is that risk reward factor?
That's the risk you have to take, you know, because usually the winners are not from Joburg.
These are hard facts. It's been a minute since we had a Joburg winner.
You know what I mean? Last year we had Mtizo from Soweto, but the producer was from Cape Town. You know, this year the producer is from Durban. The rapper is from the Val. So if you say, I'm not going to go there because it's in Joburg or it's a Joburg thing, you're going to miss out. You know, most than 80% of the time people who win the 10K challenge are not even from Joburg.
Which is crazy too, because the crowd kind of gives you the award, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And usually if you bring your own crowd, you should win because people will make a noise for you when it's time to judge, right?
Yeah.
But the question I'm really asking is, do you, like, for someone who's broke, doesn't have shit, but is in Bloemfontein somewhere, trust his talent to come down all the way to Jersey for one night?
Yeah.
You know, with no money, no place to stay, would you advise someone to do that? Not because, okay, you never know, but like, would you advise someone to do that?
I would.
You would do it?
You see, there's a boy who's producing for me, Immortal Beats.
Shout out Immortal that I see.
Yeah, he's from Welcome, Free State. He entered 10K challenge. He didn't win, but he won at the end.
Because he got to work with
you know, he got an opportunity to work with me and other artists. It's like going to the idols and you don't win, but you get a record deal.
Yeah, you get something.
Yeah, like you get the Kwabe twins, the Q twins. They got signed by Tira. We don't remember who won that season.
Facts, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about winning. It's about exposure. Who sees you? Someone will like your stuff.
Word.
Even if the judges don't like it.
Word. So as the masterclass, we're saying, yo, man, put in that effort. Don't be too lazy for it. Like, if you get that opportunity to have to go to Joburg because somebody wants to see you, come here. And also, don't come here to get the W in the 10K challenge. Come here to network and meet people. I mean, if you're in the 10K challenge, you got the backstage pass, you can meet different Rashid, you meet Osmic, you meet me.
And there's a chance that it might not happen if you're chilling in your hometown and you're not. Look at the Quellas. They had to come all the way to Joburg from wherever they were. And it's the same story with a lot of artists. Blakey came to Joburg. All these artists who made it. Imagine if they decided to say, I don't have money to go to Joburg. I don't have relatives in Joburg. I don't want to be stranded in Joburg. I don't want to take risks. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the industry is.
That's how it works. I was telling him, I was like, shit, man, I kind of feel sorry for you that you had to come here, spend your own money, get your own booze and all that stuff. I don't think it should be on the onus of the event organizer because they've already set up that platform.
Yeah.
So if you're part of it, like now it's time for you to put in the work.
That's fighting for it, because if you win the following year on the
You're on
main stage,
stage,
you
yeah.
are booked, you are paid, you get all the privileges, the riders, the
Word.
you
But
know
if
what I
you
mean?
don't win,
if you don't
there's that
win,
shitty side. You're good. Yo, and I
Yo.
came to Jersey. I slept under the bridge.
Yeah.
After back to the city, and I'm still in the same position.
you must come prepared. Have like gang of USBs with your music. You know that you're gonna meet Slicker, you're gonna meet KO, you're gonna meet
Yeah.
Big Zulu.
Yeah.
Come with the plan. Don't just go there empty-handed.
Word,
That's an opportunity where you meet people.
Homie was saying,
Yeah.
Noto was saying that this was the first back to the city for him where he wasn't given a demo or a USB or like someone trying to push their music.
Because he's not with Rap Life anymore. They used to do that when he was still with Questa.
Did you get a couple of? I mean, obviously, everywhere we go, exchange numbers. But did someone come to you and be like, "Yo, please go bump my shit, go do that"? Or
It happens to me all the time.
word, all right.
Yeah.
So pull up, dog. Whenever you get the opportunity, grab it with both hands. But also just know that there ain't no such thing as a free lunch, my nigga.
But I'm happy for Kane Kid, man. It was a big night for him.
Yeah, that's one of the highlights, right?
Yeah, one of the highlights. He performed on the second stage and he joined Benny the Butcher,
Yes, sir.
which was a big thing. I see he's getting a lot of cosigns in America, you know.
Does it matter though?
Yeah, it matters because his first album is gonna have a Timbaland production. Is gonna have a Method Man feature. Is gonna have a. It matters if something happens about it, not just an empty cosign.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was kind of fearing with Kane Kid because I've been seeing the cosigns.
Yeah,
But I'm like hoping it's not just because some of the screenshots that he posts, it's like Timberland will be like, "Alright, we see you." Alchemist will be like, "Alright, we watching you." But it's like, are you really, or are you just guys?
no, but on the work now, he's got those people
peeps in him.
Yeah, no, involved in his first project.
Are they gonna be on the project?
Yes,
How do you know that?
that's what I'm saying. It's out there. He has Method Man already.
Is he signed?
No,
Kane
he's
Kid?
not signed
He's
yet.
Yes. So he's already got a Method Man feature.
He's an internet sensation.
Does he have these features you're talking about, dog? Like,
They haven't recorded, but they confirmed. All these people, you must look it up. Look it up.
Word.
It's there.
okay,
on the
I hope they don't
socials.
fuck my boy over, dog. Like,
Yeah.
he's still a young, dope ass rapper. They mustn't just keep following him for no. That's what I'm saying to you. These cosigns that come from these niggas, yes, it's dope, but like, let's let them do something after that. Don't just say, I'm
Yeah,
dope,
no.
man. Like,
I don't care about empty cosigns. Pastor Rhymes cosigned Maclera, nothing happened.
you see, I don't want that type of
You
shit.
know, Nasty C has been co-signed before, but here there's a movement, so we'll just keep track on it.
Yeah, and to be on stage with a murderer like Benny, dog, is like,
That's crazy.
That's a cosign you need just as a rapper, Nje, to feel good. Be like, another dope Griselda nigga thinks I'm dope,
Yeah.
and calls me out on stage. He's only and first time in Africa. That's a good look, my nigga. Shout out
It
to
is,
Kane
it
Kid.
is.
That was
You know-
that was a dope highlight. I think for me, Back to the City, the way it's set up, sound wise, and stage, and it just makes your performance a lot easier.
Yeah.
I didn't hear too much backtracking going on this time around. So I feel like niggas took our advice and, put some work and came to rehearsals and came to sound check, and it sounded good.
Yeah, sound check is important, and a lot of artists came through for the sound check.
It sounded good.
You don't treat it like a club gig where you go to the club, whatever mic they give you, whatever. No,
Word.
everything is preset.
Nah, shout out, man. Big shout out Back to the City. That's 18 years of Back to the City. I know we back next year again.
11 October, we have a date already.
What?
Yeah, 11
Okay, shit.
October 2025, 19 years of Back to the City.
You have an international guest yet?
Oh, not
Artist?
yet, not yet. But we're gonna have like few options that we're gonna look at. Yeah, and it's we're gonna make it happen.
Any lowlights? I didn't hear of much theft going on. I didn't hear of anyone
there
getting
wasn't.
hurt.
There wasn't any. There was no violence.
There was a nigga trying to steal my phone though. Yeah, caught him real quick, the motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
So
other than that,
it
pretty
was safe. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah. One more thing before we move on from Back to the City that I noticed backstage.
Yeah.
Backstage, I saw like so many journalists slash bloggers, vloggers. There's like so many different ones now.
Yeah.
Right. And I noticed how with artists, they sort of pick and choose which journalists they want to speak to. So if I am like OG Entertainment and they don't know my platform,
Yeah.
they would rather go speak to Slicker on Live or go speak to. And then it made me feel like, okay, if there's so many different blogs and journalists here, who needs who more? Do I, as a journalist, need artists or the artists need us journalists?
Y'all need each other.
I knew you were going to say that.
Y'all
I
need
knew
each
you were gonna
other.
say it. Don't give me that shit, dog. Don't give me
but-
that shit.
But it's true. It's true. It's just that artists are assholes sometimes, you know. If they have something to push, they would go to each and every one of them because they have this product that they're pushing. But if they feel like, they cool or just killed it back to the city, I'm just gonna give
Anyone.
Slick on Life this exclusive interview. Fuck them other niggas. You know, that's fucked up. But when they have a new product to promote, they're gonna come back to you.
So then as the journalist, then how important do you feel? Because it kind of feels like journalists don't really need the artists that much anymore. Some of these blogs and these vlogs are actually bigger than the artists.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, but artists don't know, and you can just take a footage of an artist on stage and do a voiceover.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't
you,
really
you,
need
you have
the artist.
you have a content. You have a content.
It's probably what I do on TikTok anyway.
yeah. You know, you have a content.
So now
you know?
who's more valuable then?
If
Because it's
they
like,
don't want to
I
talk,
feel like
if they
these
don't want to
journalists-
talk, then they don't want to sell themselves.
That's the thing now, because it's moving into a space, from what I saw at Back to the City,
Yeah.
where even with the podcasts I'm seeing artists go to, artists are no longer going to like a specific hip hop podcast
Yeah.
for hip hop conversation. Like
Yeah.
I saw MT was on Open Chats podcast, which is a podcast about bitches and OnlyFans, you know, but he's there now talking music and all that stuff. And I'm like, it's moving to a space where the platforms are becoming, or maybe becoming, more important than the artists, where the artists might need all these big platforms because these platforms have more numbers
But
than
you,
the artists.
you shouldn't lose yourself in the process. I get the request like from other people like can we come to the masterclass? No, it's strictly for hip hop. You know, I'm not gonna say, hey, because this guy is big or he has numbers, come through. You know,
yeah,
you're gonna lose yourself.
That's okay. That's possible. So some
Yeah.
of these podcasts might be stepping out.
How
of
many
their
how many
comfort
how
zones.
many podcasts started as hip hop? They ended up being everywhere.
whatever.
How we thought this was a hip hop podcast. What's a stripper doing on your show?
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Or you're doing piano now.
Yeah.
Or you
You
profiling
know, they
artists.
just anything that will give them numbers.
It's kind of making it tough for these artists because if I'm an artist, I'm like, okay, would I go? Yes, if I want to have a conversation about my album, I'll go to Rashid and OG. But if I want to get exposure, I'm gonna go to Podcast and Chill because it's
Yeah.
got millions of followers, which kind of makes me feel like the platforms are now starting to become a little bit more important than the artist. But then if there's
Yeah.
no artist, there's nothing for the platforms to talk about.
Yeah.
So I do get that they come together, but I was hoping you were gonna choose one.
Nah.
But shout out Back to the City. We're done from that. What else caught your eye this week?
Kendrick Lamar winning 8 BETs.
I think that's well deserved.
It is well deserved.
Well
You know, I know Drake fans are mad right now. They don't think so.
But why you mad though? Why you mad though? Like this is it's black and white.
I've seen comments on the socials. Yeah, the
I've
industry
seen that
darling.
shit.
Yeah, this and that.
Industry.
Like,
Kendrick just opened
come
his
on,
mouth.
Come on, guy. Like there was nothing bigger than they not like us this year.
I mean, that's Kendrick deserved all 8 of those.
Yeah. Like
awards.
you go to China, Japan, Russia, they singing that shit. You know what I mean? So it was not even.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like anyone who was in a category with him. It's like anyone who's in the same category as Tyler for the Summers is definitely losing that
Yeah.
shit. Dog.
You know what I mean?
So Kendrick picked up 8. What does that say for hip hop? Are we rapping now again? Because Kendrick's a rapper. Are we
Yeah.
Are we
no,
dropping?
it's Kendrick's season. You know, He's gonna scoop in January. He's gonna scoop some Grammys. In February, he's gonna do the Super Bowl. It's his time. When it's your time, it's your time. There's nothing anyone can do about it.
Word, and how does it help us, the genre? Like, you know, for hip hop, what do you think?
When you
How
talk
do
about
feel?
when you talk about Kendrick, you're talking about hip hop. You know, they're not gonna talk about other winners who got one award. They're gonna be talking about the guy who won 8 awards at the BET, and that's a hip hop guy, and that's Kendrick.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
I think it's great for the culture. We haven't had such a dominant year from one artist in a while. You know, Drake's been dominating every year consistently, very well.
Yeah.
But this year we had like a standout nigga that we all know. I know this man's been working this year, and he deserves it, dog. He deserves
It
it.
does, it
I
does.
just feel like the BTs have fallen off, though, yo. Like,
Like the Summers.
did you watch them?
I'm asking.
I love the Summers. I'm not gonna talk shit about the Summers.
Oh, okay.
It's our Grammys. You know what I mean? Like if we keep dogging them, it's like then who else are we gonna look for? You know? So I do feel the BTs. I'll say because I don't know if you watched it or you saw some clips on.
Yeah. I did.
You see the venue? Mm-hmm. Where the fuck did they do that thing? It looks like they did it at Live.
And the saddest thing is Kendrick not showing up. You're
I
the
mean,
man of
why
the
would
night.
he show up?
You're the
they
man
had
of
a
the
shit
night.
venue. The performance lineup was like, you know, it was a mixture of Soldier Boy with 310 Baby, you know, and like just new and old. It was very confusing what was going on in there. So I'm like, okay, with these awards now, Kendrick picks up 8. What does that mean for hip hop? The culture grows, but do people really give a fuck about it? Doubt it.
They're gonna talk about it. That's it. You know.
The BET. McLaren lost. You know, in his category. I think it was best international actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost. I saw him online, a clip where he was just speaking about, you know, the honor of being nominated is big enough. And I'm like, alright. Even though we want to win these things.
It is. BET is not just any artist that gets nominated.
Facts.
You know, being
Gotta be-
nominated is a big thing. Shout out to McLaren and Blackie.
Blackie was also nominated.
Yeah.
Same category.
Yeah.
Alright. Now we'll take him. Don't worry, yo. Let's look forward to the summers.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll move up from there. Oh, also shout out to McLaren for his performance at Back to the City. I think he was the only one who actually changed up the stage.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. We need to see more of that. R.I.P. Super Mega, we missed you at Back to the City, bro.
Forever.
Well, let's get into class.
Let's get into class. Yo, what's good people? My name is Rashid K, the HNIC. You already know. We handle the Masterclass podcast, Youthquake, and the HNIC Castle, all under the Masterclass network on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to advertise on any of these 3 podcasts, you can hit us up. You know, you can also book us to come and host events. We also do public speaking, music workshops, and music conferences. You can book any of the presenters on the Masterclass podcast, the HNIC, or the Youthquake. If you want to advertise on any of these 3, hit us up. We're available for business. Thank you.
Let's get into class.
Let's get into class.
Hit the bell there, hit the bell. Alright. What's on your mind, King?
I want us to talk about professionalism and hip hop, because I try to preach this. I get like a lot. People don't know what to do. They're sending you songs on WhatsApp, so you expect this song to be on radio, or they send you a Spotify link. Like, what must happen? Must I stream your song?
And
What
then-
do you want me to do with this? Like, yo, when it comes to information, hip hop, we lagging behind. You know, and I think it's based on lack of knowledge and unprofessionalism.
You think so?
What's the cause of it?
I just sometimes think it's not giving a fuck, bruh. How many platforms, us included, and music workshops are there where people come out of wherever they are to come school people on this? Like, the information is theirs. We can't say it's not there anymore. We've been giving this information.
Yeah.
Where we've spoken about professionalism and the fact that you are not here to play games. This is your JOB career. It's what you do. You should know each and everything about it. We've said this so many times, and if we're still having the same problem, I'm just gonna blame niggas for being lazy now.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. You ignoring that information makes you unprofessional.
Yeah.
When you're trying to act like this is the thing that we were talking about, and you didn't listen, and you come here and
You're still doing the shit we said not to do. It's like, how many times we tell niggas you can't send your music on WhatsApp for it to be playlisted anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't send me a link of your music video for me to help sample it or push it to Trace, MTV Base, Channel O. Like, you've got to now learn how to do this thing.
Yeah.
It's as simple as when you have your product,
Yeah.
which in your case would be the music. Once you have the music and you're like, oh shit, I've got one in the bag. Before you start asking about Rashid na ingoma, go do your own research in terms of how can I push and promo this song without having to have spoken to someone who's in the game. This shit is online. It's here on your phone, on your device. You can work it out. You don't really need to have a consultation call with Rashid who's going to charge you 5K for 30 minutes when you can actually get all this information yourself. And if you're still making the same mistakes, I'm going to say, fuck your laziness. You need to work harder. That's how I feel. I feel like it's not, we can't keep blaming us for this shit anymore. And we can't keep saying niggas is unprofessional. Niggas is goddamn lazy.
They are unprofessional, but that's what I'm saying. That laziness leads to unprofessionalism, you know, because you didn't take time to learn how to run the business. You know what I mean? So I've been saying this thing. Like, before Back to the City, I received a lot of messages from artists. Hey, can I please get on the stage? Can you please put me on
Yeah,
for
same,
5 minutes?
actually.
For 5 minutes. Look, it doesn't work like that. You don't even speak for yourself. You need a representative. That's what artist managers are for.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? So, like, it's foreign. They don't know these things.
Yeah, dog.
They
Like,
don't know these things. Nobody. A soccer player doesn't go to Natural and say, I want to play for Kaizer Chiefs. You get represented. You get an agent. You know, so you still have a long way if you don't have a structure of doing things. Like, if I want to get on radio, if I want to be on radio, this is what I do. You know, if I want to perform it Back to the City, these are the channels I need to follow. You know, there's like
that information is out there, bro.
the information is out there. You cannot ask me on WhatsApp like, sure, man. Imagine 5 minutes nyana Back to the City. It doesn't work like that.
Facts, dog.
Just ask me, what's the procedure? How do you guys come up with the lineup? You know, and then I can explain. And then you take it from there. Say, okay, he told me that they need 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me try follow those steps and see how far it's gonna take me.
It's crazy. I had so many people with, Nina Rashid Ochi and Fungus Fage stage on Back to the City. I'm like, dog, what do you mean? We're not even in control of that.
Yeah.
If anything, you as the artist are in main control of things
Yes.
like that. And that just goes back to your professionalism and how seriously you take your craft. You know what I mean? We always speak about making the connections, but sometimes you have to go through the channels. And if you're dope enough, no one can say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even with the connections, you've done your networking. You have Rashid's number. You cannot just hoy an audio on his WhatsApp.
I get too many of those, bro.
People, they don't even greet like, hoy is a, oh, Rodman, tell me, what do you think?
That's different though. Like if you tell me what you think, I'll listen to your song on WhatsApp. But I'll tell you one thing, I probably won't give you the feedback you want because
Yeah.
it's gonna be on WhatsApp. Like I'm listening to it through my phone. I don't have my headsets on. I don't even know if this is mixed or mastered properly. You know, it's sounding, maybe your bars are dope, but like the rest of the song, because you're making music, you're not just rapping.
Don't send
That
out a
stuff
song
is-
if it's not properly done, because now you're gonna explain. Please listen to this, but it's not mixed yet.
And I'm not
Or
hearing
it's
it the
not
same.
mastered. Why are you sending it out if it's not complete?
I need they hit you with the whole, I just want your opinion before I continue with the song. And I'm like, just drop the song, make the song. bro.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's going to be dope or not, you're already halfway through the process. So now it's like, what? If I tell you it's shit, you're going to throw it away? You can't do
You
that. You know
can't.
what I mean?
You
Like,
can't.
sometimes our opinions
you're gonna
aren't the
think
ones.
you're gonna think that's a hater.
fuck it then. I'll tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And it sounds shit, even if it's a dope song, because I can't hear it properly. You haven't finished the song. Send it to me when it's done. Keep it professional. I saw on your Facebook you put out, so maybe we can put that up in edit, of the structure of how you send your music for submissions.
Yes.
Everywhere. Not
Everywhere.
just on the radio. Like wherever you want to send your music to, there's a way to do it where even your email will show up and someone who is professional at sourcing out the music will click on it because it's professional.
Yeah, because that came about when I was asking for people to submit songs for the Peace Run tape. And then people started sending me WhatsApp audios unlabeled. Now we must do the back and forth. Okay, who's the artist? What's the name of the song? Who produced it? What? Bro,
How does it work with someone who's doing a tape? Like if you're doing Beast Jan and maybe I'm doing my own tape and I'm taking music from the public. How does it work with the paperwork?
it's everything is on you're just a curator.
Who?
If you compile
doing the
music,
tape. Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're doing the tape, you're just a curator. Every artist that's on the tape, they keep everything as they are. They're just using your channel to release.
Okay.
But it's still the same artist, same title, same publisher, same composer, same author. You don't even get a percentage from their songs.
Word. And now if the tape, let's say maybe the tape doesn't move, but my single on the tape moves.
And then you're good.
I get my shit
Yeah,
still
you
the
get-
same way I would
you
have got it
you
if I
sorted.
dropped it.
That's why every time I drop these tapes, a lot of artists, they push their own songs. They don't push the whole tape. You know.
Okay. Old school,
But
old school.
it works for the tape if you have 10 people pushing 10 different songs.
Yeah, for the tape as a whole. But for the
Yeah.
artist, it's like, okay, you're pushing your song off this tape.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, if this song pops off Rashid's tape, who's making more Skrilla, me or Rashid?
The artist.
The artist will make more.
Yeah. And, if you go to your Spotify or your Apple Music for artists, everything is on your account.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. So even with you, when you get paid for the tape, you don't have to deal with the splits. The splits already gone.
No. It goes directly to that particular artist.
Ah.
If your song is the only one selling and getting streams, you'd get the most money than other artists.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And
don't
then-
split because we're on the same tape. So nah. it
So then,
doesn't
how
work.
does it work with the DJs? Say like Slick's dropping Volume 3 in Jayam.
That's different. He's not compiling music. He owns it because he gets the beat, whether he bought it and then he gets the features. It's his song. It's
There's a
DJ.
big difference.
With the compilation, those songs are not mine.
You just run the compilation.
Yes.
Same like how Fresh House Volume Flavor
Yeah.
and all that used to do back in the day, where they'll compile international music into a fresh definition of House 3. And then the money made from the songs goes to the artist in
Yes.
that case. But if DJ Fresh executive produces
Yeah,
this album,
produce the music and pinpointed the
the
artist.
artist, that comes to me.
Yes.
Which one would you say is better?
It's better the way DJ Slick is doing it because he benefits from it, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a studio time.
Yeah.
With me, I just ask you to
Send
submit
me
your
the
song.
song, yeah.
I don't have to worry about studio time. When the whole tape is done, I'm gonna take it. When I have all the songs, I take them for mastering, so the whole tape balances. You don't have track 1 is low, track 4 is high.
Yeah.
So I just master it and balance the whole tape.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say going forward it would be a good idea for artists and producers to compile music rather than make music for the game, for SA hip hop, where we can have a tape filled with October's dopest songs that came out this month from all the artists, and like we've got the new Smamani, the new Questa, the new Pretty Ugly, all on one tape. Instead of them dropping singles alone.
If it's previously unreleased music, because if you if you take music that's already out, it's gonna get flagged.
No, I'm saying like new
You know,
stuff,
the-
like new shit.
new stuff.
Yeah.
It's also gonna be complicated because you're gonna have to deal with Sony, Universal, Skanda, what.
Mm.
You have to get a green light from all these labels
For them to be
where
like, "Ah, you
these
can put this
artists
on
are
this
signed.
tape."
Yeah, it's easier to do like I do with unsigned artists.
Yeah.
As long as your music is dope, I'm not gonna have to deal with labels.
Yeah. But I'm just saying in terms of just promotion and making your music easily accessible. So let's say, for instance, I think they used to have this back in the day, like a Sprite mixtape.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where all the songs are songs that artists were gonna drop as themselves, but now you can get them on one tape.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that would help in terms of, because nowadays it's also very hard to find like music, dog. There's just so much of it that unless I know that I'm looking for Rashid's B-Strand tape, I'm
Yeah.
probably not gonna see it even on the DSPs.
But I
if it's
think I think you should. Another thing that's the easiest way to do, like DJ Zandy, you just create a playlist
yeah
on
Spo-
Spotify.
on
Yeah,
the
you choose all the
DSPs.
songs.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
That's-
and take out the link, and then people will get to discover songs. If DJs can do that every month, like Slick has a playlist, Zandy has a playlist, Speedster has a playlist.
It would make it easier for us to hear what's new music.
Yeah, what's new, what's popping, what's happening.
Than for me to sit on a Friday and like go
Yeah.
through, and then when I type SA hip hop, it will show me like, it won't show me everybody that's dropped. But if there's a tape, like a Sprite tape, I know, oh shit, Sprite's dropping once a month.
Yeah.
There's gonna be brand new music in one tape from artists.
Yeah.
I think it'll help with the exposure
Yeah.
of some of the gents.
Back then, when it was hard to release music, now it's easy. You can go straight to iTunes from your bedroom. So now the DJs they can play the Sprite role and like just okay, the songs are already out there. Create a playlist and push it.
Yeah.
Like okay, this is Speedster's mix for this month.
We're gonna need a better relationship though between DJs and artists for that to happen, because I also feel like, sometimes you drop alone and you put your shit out on DSPs and it falls on deaf ears.
Yeah.
But if it's under the B-Strand tape, I found it somehow.
Yes.
You know? So I feel like we need a bit more of that. It will help.
And
in
that
promoting music.
creates even when you drop, it creates the algorithm. It aligns you with all the artists that are on the B-Strand tape. You know, when you play randomly, it will play the artists that you were with on the B-Strand tape the last time. I'm gonna play track 1, Rashid, track 2, OG. So it picks up the algorithm because you guys were on the same tape.
Yeah, we need to find new ways of pushing our music, and I think
So
that's one of the best ways.
that's why Spotify and Apple, they have this thing that reading from what you normally play, they suggest you might like this.
Yeah, I've seen that. Okay, all right. Well, either way, man, I say drop your music. If you can put it on a tape, do that on a compilation. Just make it easier for us to find, just because I feel like there's so much more music, and be professional about it.
Professionalism is
Yeah.
the way to go.
Be professional about it.
Professionalism
Some
is
people think when we speak professionalism, we're saying you need to wear suits and tie, and
no.
dog. You just need to be on point. when it
Yeah,
comes
you need
your
to
business.
be precise with your shit.
Also know how long you want to do this thing for. You know what I mean? Like, have a plan. It helps with being professional.
A rollout plan is important.
Don't just "Entwana singene studio boy, yo le ngoma sishayile manje senzani," and no one knows what to do after
Yeah.
that, because you guys are not professional. There should be the artist who has gone back to do some research. And gents, once we finish this song, this is where we can go for our music video. This is where we can go for our submissions. This is where we can go if we want to promo the song, PR. This is what we can do for a sync deal. No, have the biggest artists you know who are dropping music now. I saw about 25 and them are dropping soon.
Yeah.
Best believe they've got some of the nicest and the cleanest machines that are gonna make sure that people get to that music. When as someone recording in your back room, try and emulate as far as you can with the budget that you have what these labels are doing for these guys.
Yeah.
Because that's all the difference is that machine.
That's
and you
it.
can be that machine yourself.
Uh,
You just need.
That's it. I was on the previous episode, I was talking about Nasty C going indie, saying that he's been with the machine. He learned the tricks and trade of the business, you know, and he can do the same thing that he used to the machine used to do for him, you know, and he's gonna keep it the same way,
1000%, dog.
you know.
That's what I've genuinely seen, broski. Did you? Sorry, I wanted to ask you this earlier, but maybe it's still based on professionalism because we can go back to it. You watched the documentary on Showmax, Prasa van die Kap?
No, I didn't watch it, but I'm very familiar with BVK.
Oh man, there's a part on that which I felt like is so important. Goes back to professionalism. Prasa van die Kap and them, they used to perform at white corporate gigs, like white gigs like Opi Kopi. And,
Yeah.
you know, and they would be like the only colored or black group there. And in the documentary, they show how Mr. Fat is Mr. Fat.
Mr. Fats, yeah.
R.I.P. Mr. Fat. How him and Reddy D, those niggas used to literally fight for Prasa van die Kap to be getting the same rates, you know, to be performing better time slots and things like that. But the only way they could even have any leverage outside of crowd was that they made sure that they kept everything professional so that these white people that are organizing these events can't say nothing bad about it.
Yeah.
They can't be like, no, you guys are going to perform at 1 because now we were here on time. Our paperwork is done. Everything, money-wise, everything is. They had to be professional even though they had nothing.
That's my chat.
So I think
Being
it's very
professional doesn't cost you money.
important. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It makes you money.
You just act right. Act accordingly.
And by right, we're not saying sell your soul and, you know what I
No.
mean? Just do on black and white. If we take this shit to court, you should be able to win 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out that documentary on Showmax. Prasa van die Kap will teach you so much about being an up and coming artist with nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, free period.
Free period.
Free period. Who we got, man? Who's our artist for this week?
We got Tifa Menso.
Shout out Tifa Menso. He's also been at this for a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been around.
And she once performed at the Masterclass Hip Hop Sessions.
Yeah, that's where I know from.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, she's really dope. I think she's signed under Not Benjamin's label.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it
Shout out.
720 or
I'm not sure what it's called.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I'm not too sure what it's
Yeah,
called.
she's signed under Not Benjamin's label, and she's pretty dope, man. I wanna see her do bigger and better things. You know, she's got potential.
I think she will, man. Like we said on the free period, whoever we talk about here,
Yeah.
you might not know them yet, but please go check her out, man. Like you'll see what we're talking about when we speak about, you know, that up and coming, that come up, where it's been grimy for her for a while, but there will be that time when she becomes a Tony Tamani
Yeah.
or a Smamani.
And she's also a presenter.
Word.
You know,
On what?
she's working with Morkay on Black and His TV.
What's Black in His TV?
It's online type blogging podcast thing.
Oh, yeah?
The stuff that Morkay does.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Mo.
Yeah.
All right, big shout out to her, man. You're on the free period. Got some new music that she's dropped recently or that you've heard?
Yeah, she's got music videos as well. You can check her out on YouTube. Just type TEE Femenso. You know, she's next.
Got you. We got you, man. Producers, Phoenix.
Phoenix Flame. Phoenix Flame. Remember, he was at the Beatmakers Market last year.
Yes, I do. And
Yeah,
he had some
yeah.
nice beats on him that day too.
You know, and
we actually played some. We recorded this whole
we
thing.
recorded it.
Yo, we've got some footage that's chilling. We'll bring it out for you.
Yeah,
students.
we recorded it
bring
and
it
we
out for you.
interviewed him.
Yeah.
And he's got dope beats. And he was one of the top 20 finalists at the 10K challenge. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Get in because it's
Yeah.
voting now. It's about
Yeah. It's about the public voting.
word.
You know. So, but he's a dope producer. He's quite dope. He's from Pretoria.
Okay.
You know, he's a dope producer. So
Has he worked with anyone we know, like in terms of maybe commercially?
not on the mainstream level yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's got some dope material.
Okay.
You know.
I actually wanted to ask you, but this maybe for another day in terms of length. But what do you think what do you think the sound is right now for producers to be making? Like the sound that people are enjoying. Is it that Afro piano, hip hop, or is it still boom bapping, or are we moving into like a different sound? Are we more eclectic with our music? What do you think is the sound for producers in today's time, 2024 October?
Hey, that's very difficult to
Yeah,
say. It's
it
very
is.
difficult to say, man. But in South Africa, we're still on that lock drum wave. If we can find creative ways of bringing it here, whether it's Afro hip hop or Afro piano or Afro, just make the sound that will resonate with the people, that will sound familiar when they hear it for the first time.
So do you think like a sound like a Sete, right? Does it work today? You know, it was dope then. I don't know if
It
I
was
fuck with now.
dope at the time. Whoever made it at that time was smart, you know. And we need producers to read the room and say, okay, this is what's popping now.
Yeah.
How do I interpolate or integrate that into what I'm doing here?
Yeah, but it's kind of tough. If I'm a producer, I'm sitting there, I'm like, these motherfuckers like everything these days. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They've got, you like Kane Keed raps. You know what I mean?
You like-
but you also like, okay, Malum Cool Cat, who does
Kane Kid-
movement type shit. But
Kane-
you also
Kane-
like Kick Kindly Nash or whatever his
No,
name
there's
is.
there's that thing where there's different levels to this shit. Kane Kid is like a Nas, where he sells lyrics. You know, he can rap over a fucked up beat, but he's gonna capture you with his flows and lyrics. You know, and then there are people who got the cadence and the swag. They might not say anything, but
Yeah,
you're gonna like how they
like that.
how
that-
they
like
flow
Kindly Nash.
over the beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's different things.
That's why I'm like, okay, then what do I make? What do we like? Do we like Kane or do we like that turn up shit? Like, are we fucking with Kindly Nash?
we're not
or are we
not
fucking with Kane Gee?
we're not one track minded. You know,
Okay.
we're not one track minded, because you can come with Usmamane can come with check and we're gonna vibe with it.
And then it does Uvalo,
And yeah,
which is like completely different.
you know, or a risk can drop 100 mil and we vibe with it. You know, so you can't say because Usmamane has a hit, that's the sound we need to go for. No, don't do that.
Don't think there's ever been a time when we could do that, where with the typical sound, like you knew if my song's got 1, 2, 3 elements, it's popping. Nowadays, I don't think that you got
No,
that.
no.
We're listening to this.
It's a
shit
combination of everything, you know, because if you're not on point with the rhymes, with your raps, you can ruin a hot beat.
differently. Word.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's just tough for these producers, man. All the best coming from me. I don't know what I like to hear, but when I hear it, I know it's dope. So good luck to producers. Big shout out to Phoenix Flame. Big shout out to T for Menso, ne? For Menso.
Yeah, Tifa Menso, yeah.
All right, that's our free period, man. Go check them out. That's 135 producers and an artist for you to check out on the masterclass. Let's get into the review for this week.
Yeah, we got all the way from the Beast Rand. We got Touchline
The touch.
with the album called Before I Say More.
Before I say more, two, right?
Yeah.
Two.
Before I Say More too. I love it. I think that's his best body of work by far.
Wow.
He has discovered himself. He has
Wow.
discovered his style. Remember, I used to complain, hey, he's making depressing music.
Yeah.
Why is he always
too-
complaining? Hey, I'm from the
To
hood.
us
I'm-"
push it.
Yeah.
Push up,
you
press
know,
up, play, panda.
yeah, that like, you know. But
Yeah.
he has discovered he's doing what I always wanted him to do.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
in terms of content, in terms of style, in terms of production and the
Word, the
music.
music,
This
yeah.
is it. This is what I was. When people were complaining on the comments, I know you're being harsh on Touchline. Yeah, you hating on Touchline. No, I wasn't. This is what I wanted.
Word.
Yeah.
I like it too, man. Really enjoyed it. It shows mad growth from Before I Say More. One. You can see that he's had different conversations in the industry. I think he understands the music a lot better now. Still a lot of rapping.
Still a
Still a lot of rapping.
it didn't dumb it down. It didn't
At all.
trust me.
At all. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. But I still want that touchline hit, man.
That's why he even brought Kane Kid
Yeah.
on track 6, Kane's Arrival.
That verse is crazy.
Crazy.
That verse is insane, that Kane's verse on that shit.
You know.
But like for me,
I think that track Imaliam with King Sweet Kid.
yeah. Shout out to King Sweet Kid
Yeah.
also. Shout
That
out King
track
Sweet Kid.
that track has potential to be a commercial mainstream radio song.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the
It's
elements?
catchy. It's catchy.
It's
The
not too
hook
much.
that King Sweet Kid did.
Yeah.
It's catchy and
Shout out
memorable.
to the East Rand boys, man. King Sweet Kid and Touch have been doing this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's good to see them both on a song that you feel might be able to get out there.
You
I don't
know.
know though if he's trying to get that kind of response from this album or this E EP.
I don't think that's what he was aiming for.
Yeah.
But I think he's comfortable with the sound. He's discovered himself, and I love it. I love everything
Word.
about this album. Even the features he brought Kid X and Ginger Trill, you know.
Standard.
Even Margs is on the album. It's featured on Touch Wabantwan. So this is it, man. I can't fault it.
Big shout out to Touch, man. I see he's also running around, you know, the province, the country,
Yeah.
just promoting this work, and soon too, I think, as well, which should be coming soon. So I just love to see the work come out of the music, and I really, really enjoyed this, man. I had no problems with any of it. I'd love to see some visuals for some of the songs.
I'm sure
I
he's
do
gonna
know that they
deliver
work
some
hard on it,
visuals.
though.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Touch. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Before I say more, do you have a favorite joint?
Every joint, man, from 2086 all the way to Intergalactic. I love this project. I can't single out a single track.
All right, then this one should be getting some high ratings. How much are you gonna give it?
9.5.
9.5.
Yes.
Why are you holding back the 0.5? Because you can't. just-
Because he hasn't reached the ceiling. He's
Nah, the
still-
boy's
still
going far.
Yeah.
The boy's going fast though.
Yeah. He's
Got
still
a lot
going
of
far.
music in the bag. He's
Yeah.
very focused, professional. He is a professional rapper. Untwana, I think.
He's been professional.
way
You
he's
see, when
carrying
we
himself.
when we're talking professionalism, he's been like handling himself as an artist since he's come up.
Doing the research.
Yeah.
What this album makes me happy about when we talk about that there's still raps on that is that there's been a lot of that critique of, hey, he raps too much. But it's like I can rap too much and still give you guys good music.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done on Before I Say More 2. Go check it out. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of
I
10.
had no problems. I could bump it over a spliff and some cognac. Nothing wrong with that album. Really dope stuff.
All right, word up, man. Word up. Shout out to Touchline, the Masterclass podcast, episode 135. We out.
Peace. See you next week.